Okay, so to talk about the kind of final module and then to get on to a few tips for patients, really in terms of future directions, there's a big movement going on in HIV medicine right now about cure. Let's just start this section by saying we have not cured HIV infection in anyone but one human being. There's a single patient who has been cured of HIV infection. What happened is, as I told you, in the life cycle of the virus, that the virus cannot enter the cell unless it has access to a co-receptor called CCR5. It actually enters with CD4, but it also needs a co-receptor called CCR5. And there was a single individual in the world who had HIV infection. He got severe leukemia, and he needed a bone marrow transplant. And when they gave him his bone marrow transplant, they gave him a bone marrow transplant of someone who didn't have CCR5 on their cell surface. You can live without CCR5, and they found a matched donor that didn't have CCR5. So when he got his new immune system after the bone marrow transplant, he had no way of his virus, of his HIV virus, entering his new white blood cells because there was no CCR5 receptor. And he has been cured of HIV infection. He is the only person. There are a number of strategies being pursued for HIV cure. These involve giving HIV therapy as early on as possible. We can't give people bone marrow transplants. It's too dangerous. Stem cell transplants, however, to reduce the places in the body where HIV hangs out. It likes to hang out in the lymph nodes, in the thymus, in the CSF, in various places that we call the reservoir. So are there ways to either flush out HIV from what we call the reservoir and kill it in the plasma? And that's another strategy for being used. Vaccines to enhance our host clearance of HIV. There's a lot of barriers. And again, we've only cured one person, but it's a very active future direction in HIV.